Hey, it's Ed here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Bitcoin with Elliott Wave Theory. Today we're going to be looking into the smaller timeframes again, not the macro picture, but just looking at the smaller timeframes here and how they are playing out in the bigger picture and seeing what we are expecting next. Now, last time we were looking at this potential triangle in here that we were thinking that it probably is going to be breaking to the upside if it is a triangle, because again we had this bounce up in here. So again, this would not be part of a triangle anymore. So again, for that reason, we would have this as an A, B, C, D, E, and then we would be breaking out as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that is still a very much of a possibility. And again, how this potential triangle could be formed in here, or how this could be part of anything, is still not clear. There is still other options available here, where this again, which seemed like a potential forward move, is still there. 3-way pullback into that potential wave 2, giving us this kind of structure. Of course, there are other ways of looking into this, but we're just looking at the extensions that we have here. Having this as a potential 1, 2 gives us another potential of 1, 2 here. And either this would be part of a structure like this, or like we had on the triangle count, or this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because this is again so extended already, it can be definitely part of this in a forward move. At that point again, A, B, C, or a 1, 2, and looking for that third, fourth, and fifth. That is definitely a possibility. Now, what we had here locally was this more of a bear count. Although it is a multi-way structure, again, it's potentially a diagonal in here where we would be expecting just one more high before a continuation to the downside. That's why I've named it bear count. And in this one again, this structure here was that wave 2, and this was an A, B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, having that divergence at the top, giving us signals that okay, this is about to come to an end. Now, what this is part of, or what it could be part of on the higher degree, would be something not like that, but let's see if I can find it. This one, where this would be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into a wave A or wave 1. Currently I have the bias for wave A based on the current structure and the extensions that we have here. So again, remember that. Then we would have a 3-way pullback into that wave B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a ending diagonal. Now, at this point, again, this has to be kind of creative, having this as a 3-way structure, 3, then this as a 3, and then, of course, this whole pattern can play out in completely different way, or just invalidate it. Invalidation is clear, it is down here, 26.3k. Ether price comes below, let's say, these highs here, starting to show weakness, then this might not be it. Also, this trend line that we have here on the bottom is kind of key, because we want to be holding this as a contracting pattern. If this trend line starts to, or we have to be modifying this trend line because price comes down like so, it is no longer very much likely to be a diagonal. Why? It's because again, third wave can never be the shortest wave in a multi-way structure, and at this point again we can't even compare this wave 3 length into a wave 1 of this scenario at least, because again, if this is looking like an expanding structure, then this structure here is either the start of that third wave, or this whole pattern is something else. So again, keep this in mind. If you're still wanting to play this diagonal, is still very much of a possibility. Doing something like that, taking one more high here, and then we would be going down. Again, extensions 1.236 looks very decent at the moment. We have hit the 1-to-1 extension target. Not really a target anymore, but we can just get rid of it now. But this is still on the target area here. 23 to 33 to 31.8 is around the area I would be interested in. Again, shorts here on the higher degree. Of course, lower time frame scalps can be happening, and you can be taking them if you see a proper setup. Again, I'm using Elliott Wave not to trade the counts, but trade the setups that Elliott Wave provides. Let me show you an example here. Again, we had a potential possibility here when we are coming down here locally, this has a potential of being fire waves. Now, as you see a fire wave structure, you always have to think about what can it be part of. Well, in this scenario, we have the main time frame going up higher. However, one of the counts are saying that we have topped a third wave, so the expectation would be a fourth wave. If this indeed is the third wave's top, we would be looking for this as a potential fire wave move, looking for a pullback, and then a continuation to this previous structure. And then we would be looking up. Of course, that could be something else. We could be creating a three-way structure here, three ways up, three ways down, and then we would be only getting to that fourth. Or this is not a start of a move, this fire waves. Why do we even have that possibility? Is because we have not retraced beyond the 1.6 here. Again, if we are thinking that this has a potential of being a top of something, we could be having this as 3, 3, and 3, or WXY coming down, and then some kind of three-way here as well. And at that point, again, this would be an A, B, and C, creating a running flat, which is a bullish structure. And then we would be thinking that maybe this is a wave 1 of something. Again, it is not very good looking for a fire wave, but we can certainly calculate or label this in fire waves. Why? There is no overlap between this and this. We want to be zooming into it a bit closer. We can see it like this. Top of first wave, low of fourth wave. There's no overlap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a valid count. Unfortunately, it's a valid count, but there it is. Third wave is not shortest. This fifth wave here is shortest. It doesn't have the extensions, which is why I don't have it, or which is why I don't play it. Because again, the extensions are very, very important to me. And again, the extensions are what gives the probabilities going forward. For sure, there is still a chance that this is a 1-2, a 1-2, and I'm going to miss the move. And that's that. Of course, short or long setups here against these current lows. Because again, this has the potential of being some kind of diagonal. There is overlap here. So at that point, again, you would have to be thinking that this has to be some kind of diagonal. Does it look like it? No, not really. But that's the only way we can make it bullish. But those are the two very much local structures that you can be playing. Shorts here against this low, or this high, sorry, and the longs against these lows. That's easy, right? But those are the things that I'm currently looking at. No trades at the moment. I'm interested if this goes down in 3 waves into here. That would be another very good area of looking for long setups. I would be expecting these lows around here, around the 29.6k to be taken. The liquidity lies there for sure. And again, it would be looking pretty decent if we are creating this kind of structure here. Actually making this a bit higher, taking out the liquidity first here, then continuation to the downside, giving this a partner leg downwards, and then taking out the liquidity from here, and boom. I like that setup at the moment the best, so that's what I would be playing. Alerts on top here and see what kind of reaction. If we are going to get a potential 1-2 here, then I would be looking for short setups here as well, if I am there at the computer. Might be during the night where I'm not available, but I'm not going to be setting any kind of pre-orders here at this moment. I think that's going to do it. The expectations for Bitcoin for the next week and the start of the next week. And again, if you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes and comments. If you want to educate yourself, check out the Udemy and Patreon and CTC, of course, for more content and more education as well. But thanks for watching and see you on the next video. Bye bye. Couple of advertisements here: Patreon Elliott Wave Basics course, weekly live streams and more Elliott Wave analysis. Udemy Elliott Wave Advanced course, including RSI, risk management, Elliott Wave strategies and time analysis, and candle trend capital, trade setups, education and community. Check us out if you're interested in learning more.